Test 1 2, test 1 2. Whoa, a little bit of an echo there. A little bit of a broken everything. Okay, it's very early in the morning. I've got my coffee, but I feel very, very sick right now. I have a nasty ear infection. We have no coffee left. This is the last cup. I have a nasty ear infection, and yeah. So this morning we are setting up the stream. Hey everyone. Okay, how's everyone doing? Let's see what's going on in chat. Sound is working. Hello, hello, hi. Can't wait. What's up? Time's full stream. Well, we're here now, so right now. Nice to see me more active in the new year. Yeah, 2021 is definitely going to be a lot different from me from what I've done in the past. Obviously, you guys have heard it in the video, but just to reaffirm it in the stream here, 2021 is going to be my year when it comes to streaming and content and just getting out there, right? Going to be here every single day doing the live stream. Just make sure my yeah. How's the audio level, by the way? There's a possibility I'm screaming right now because I can't really hear myself saying anything because of my ear. It sounds like I'm underwater when I hear my own voice, and when people are talking around me, it sounds like I'm underwater. I can barely hear anything. So I don't know. I could be screaming right now. I could be whispering. Well, I don't think I'm whispering, but yeah, it's pretty hard to gauge yourself and how loud you're being when you can't hear anything. So yeah, no, this year is going to be my year when it comes to streaming and getting this content out there. 2021, I've vowed to commit to YouTube. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to start streaming again. I'm excited to be putting out this content. It's been killer so far. The stuff that I'm putting out has been just incredible so far. Well, I think, anyways, I'm happy with it. What do you guys think about the new content? Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Awesome quality. Okay, good. So quality wise, visuals, they seem to look okay. I'm looking at my other screen right now and they seem to look good. Audio quality, obviously, I can't gauge that on how the audio quality is. You guys will tell me. Perfect sound, a little low for some people. Audio's perfect. Audio's good. Beats on max. Okay, so there's a few people saying it's low. So let's turn it up just a little bit here. Let's go here. Test 1, 2, test 1, 2. Maybe reposition the mic a little bit. Because it is it's not an omnidirectional mic. So this is an SMB7, the mic. It's a really good mic, but the problem with it is, well, it's not a problem. It's just the way they're designed. It's the way that I can't remember the name of the mic type. It's not omnidirectional, because omnidirectional is when it can pick up sound all around. But if I was to start talking like this, you'd probably hear a big drop off in sound. And as soon as I get back to the center, it's perfect. And then you go to this side, and it's probably going to be a big drop off in sound again. You pretty much, with the Shure SMB7, great mic, but you pretty much need to be talking like this all the time to get like max clarity. So for that reason, I do move around a bit. I am going to turn it up just a little bit because I think people will miss some things as I turn and talk. Okay, let's see if these transitions are working. Let's go to the main screen. Wait for it. There it is. Nice little animation. Ta-da! Nice stream quality. Not bad. One more time. Let's give that a test. So if there is anybody who streamed out there, to set up these kind of transitions on streaming software is extremely difficult. It is not cool at all. It's echoing. Anybody else have an echoing issue? I don't have any volume coming through any of my sources. I have just my mic lighting up, so it could be just you, Penguin. Again, this is a setup stream, so it's like, okay, we're simply setting up here. We could do a little bit of charting. We'll do some charting, but it's going to be a very kind of chill, just set up, test some things out stream. We're going to be here 5 days a week, so it's we're going to be here 5 days a week. So there's no rush to like, oh, Cotton, stop screwing around. Yeah, we're testing out the Stream Deck right now because I have a Stream Deck. We're testing that out, making sure it's set up properly, making sure all our transitions, all our different things are working. So we're gonna go back and try this other one now. Ah, perfect. You see, it's all working. Great. That is really tough to set up on a stream. On like a video, no problem. Easy peasy. You can simply just go and add layers and adjust keyframes and do things like that in After Effects or Premiere or Audition or anything. So on a video, that's easy. On a stream, this is not so easy, but we did it. We figured it out. Let's see this one, if this one's working. Coffee break, morning show. Cool. Hope you guys like the graphic. That's our morning show graphic. That's what the stream looks like when the stream is starting or we're taking a break. And we'll go back to the main scene, make sure it's transitioning properly. Should be a camera animation coming in. Yep. What software is that? I use Streamlabs. Oh, so it's all working good. Nice little pink kind of gas around my camera frame here, my animation frame. Nice little kind of pink gas. So if you guys look at the camera in the bottom corner of the screen, there's kind of this pink haze that goes around it. So that's working perfect. Transparency is keyed right. Animations are all working. Yeah, sweet. Man, it's looking good. We're off to a good start. No problems, no hiccups. There is one thing. I can't get Nightbot to join my channel. Let's see if he wants to participate. No. So I'm going to have to look into that. I'm thinking it could be because it's my first stream. My channel might be categorized as inactive. I don't think I've streamed on YouTube in about 2 years. 1080p 60, perfect. So my connection, I'm on pure fiber for my connection. So my connection is 1 gig up, 1 gig down, download speed. So I am actually allowed to stream at 4K, which I'm going to be trying to get 4K set up for streaming. I might have to be YouTube partner or something like that to get that set up. I'm not sure. I'm going to look into it. But for now, anyways, 1080p 60 FPS is working like perfect. I have a 3090 that I'm streaming. My GPU is at 3090, so the GPU is at 3090. I do stream my encoder through the GPU. I find it's a bit better than my CPU, even though my CPU is good. It's i9 7900X, my CPU. So CPU and GPU are very good, but I find streaming through the GPU, the NVIDIA encoder is a little bit better, the NVEC encoder. Do I need 4K for educational streams? Why not? Why not have it? Yeah, yeah, if I can do it, why not? Okay, what are we looking at? What are we looking at, everyone? What are we doing for coins? I'll take a few. Like, I won't do this often. I won't do like, oh, give me a chart and I'll take a look. But yeah, maybe if somebody wants to toss a chart or two up in chat. We're doing a test stream anyways, so. Ethereum. Chainlink, Ethereum. What else? What else we got? Everybody wants Ethereum. Jeez, you guys you're on the Ethereum train, huh? Well, just to start, just so you guys know, Bitcoin back tested its range. Which tool am I looking for? So Bitcoin's going to be back testing this kind of range in here. Like if we actually take the replayer tool and look at where this range on Bitcoin starts from here. So we're going to use this tool here, just so you guys have an idea of why Bitcoin is where it is. This is the range right here, this daily distribution candle. Inside that candle, you've got different levels. It will end up testing. It will end up testing this range. It will end up testing. Well, it could test here as well. Nope, it already tested that. And then it ends up testing here as well. I think that's going to be kind of what you'd be looking for on Bitcoin. Test those levels within inside of that range. Oh God, this is slow. Why is the speed turned down? Yeah, let's get it a little faster. And here as well. Oh, shit. Okay, so it hits that level perfectly. It would be right there. That's not right. Okay, it doesn't matter. We didn't add that one. Anyways, this is where it will test its final move. And it actually did, so that's pretty perfect. It's a level within the range that it tests. And then it just starts moving up, right? Ultimately going to here, where it's at right now, breaking above that. You'd actually have to start on the higher time frame to see the top. So if you're going to pull back, it's going to be, let's take a look. Like if I were going to short this thing, where would I short? That's what I'd be saying right now. Where would I short? This was pretty bang on accurate. This is well, it doesn't matter what that is. It's, yeah. I mean, so fine. Are you even testing the range yet? Let's go take a look. Yeah, you're still moving up. You're still moving up right now. Yeah, you'd be looking for a pullback around 49.60, but I'm still looking, so hold on. And what I'm looking for right now is I'm looking through the time frames, and I'm not drawing levels because I'm not going to be, I don't need to. I'm kind of looking to see where it is. Like I'm hovering with my mouse to see what I need to be looking at in terms of what's lining up. And also, quite simply, you would be also needing to add your trend here to there, which is now into a larger time frame. Actually, it's not. You haven't broken this yet, but fine. So you're like this, which actually needs to be on a higher time frame here even yet. So local trends are broken. You're here. Oh, no, don't shift the whole thing. So you are right here on trend. And so that, yeah, okay, so you're still moving up. That's fine. You're still moving up. There's no panic to get into a short right now. So actually you need the larger level to offset you. So what I'm looking for right now in this, like if we just go back to the beginning of this move for a second, what I'm looking for is I'm looking at this range down here that holds the move up, and that's where we find this level. And so that's fine. It hits perfectly. And you have a secondary level here, and that's it's hit as well, which is fine. Right now, you're looking to have rejection off of this range inside of here. There's multiple ranges inside of these 3 candles on different time frames. Inside those ranges, you are looking to create your first trend. You could say on the smallest time frame, you would have something like this as a trend. Just if you wanted to just add the most basic trend you could, you'd say, okay, this is from the largest to the smallest time frame. There's a trend there, and we can't control Z back now. That's great. Thanks, TradingView. You could simply say that there's a trend there, and that's fine. It's a very easy to see trend. It's not necessarily going to tell you anything, but that's fine. I would actually much rather use this trend here. And I'm looking for the range that can reject the move and create this trend. So if Bitcoin is going to dump and this is going to be the top, which we're not sure yet. Actually, it looks like it's not quite the top because we haven't broken this range back yet down here, and we don't have any trends on the bottom. We're not there yet. You haven't really back tested any ranges, but in order to create a distribution cycle, you need to actually hold a range up top first. So when we create this kind of top of the move here, we need to go and hold a range somewhere in and around here right now. So you could either test trend, hold this range. Really, you would be looking to go, like if I was going to enter short, where would I go? I would go there. That's that range. So this range here has been tested. So you can't use this. This range has been tested in here. Yeah, all signs point to this level at 40,960. Yeah, I sound like a psychic. All signs point to. Whoa, and chill out. Okay, so that's back tested. Yeah, 41,300 is where you'd want to get super greedy with this move. 41,300 can be definitely, although the range is tested, you can certainly. That's been tested too, though. I really think you're at 40,960. You have a choice between these 2 levels right here. So we're going to mark these as. Sure, why not? Green. Oops, we're on the text. Ear infection, boomer mode engaged. Jesus, I can't do anything this morning. I'm useless. No, stop. So really what you're looking to do is test one of these 2 levels and create your first distribution trend, which would be great. And I've come up to here, reject trend, break over it, have a hard close, touch this, and then fall below this trend, which is going to create this trend here like that. So that's kind of, the dream scenario if you're wanting to short. By the way, I'm using TradingView's desktop app, which I must say is pretty incredible. If you guys are using the web app, I would highly recommend downloading their desktop app. Would you consider charting stops? Absolutely. I would consider charting stocks. I'm going to be trading stocks on these morning shows. Ethereum is going to be the same thing as Bitcoin. Like Ethereum and Bitcoin follow the same chart, right? Like they are the same thing. Ethereum and Bitcoin are the same thing. Like you could easily find the same level on Ethereum that got hit and tested. You would be the exact same. Like you would be right there on Ethereum to back test, or possibly right here, right? There you go. There's your 2 tests right there and there. Right there, test, right there, test. Same, you'd be in the exact same moment. It actually went after a greedier level. Well, it won't be this. It can't be that. So it can be that. So I suppose you're right here then, right? Yeah. You're right there. Damn, not bad. Good accuracy. Day one, look at this. Because I never chart Ethereum. I don't care about this stuff. I care about Bitcoin. Not bad. 1, 2, 3. We got all three. Yeah, we're off to a good start. Judea, KSM. BW Web versus desktop. So I'm not finding any specific difference. Like I'm not finding any difference in terms of features, Mohammed. I'm not seeing any. There's additional features on the desktop app, or there is additional unlocks that you can have. There is actually no additional features, which is really good because TradingView on a web app is super, super stable. There is no real problem with it. I don't find it crashes. I don't find it has any real issues. The problem is within web apps themselves. So web apps are highly unoptimized pieces of software. So web apps are not are something I try to stay away from. The amount of system resources they take and the amount of problems they have with add-ons, with extensions. Imagine being able to launch TradingView without all the bloat of what your web app has on it, right? All the language filters, all the tools that you have installed, all the search engines you have, all the different things like search engines, browser, cookies, all that stuff. So the desktop app is just straight up a stripped down version, right? Like it's just TradingView and nothing else. So you don't have all that extra bloat of a web app, which I find is very, very good. It works flawlessly on my desktop with no performance issues whatsoever. And I don't really get performance issues on my web app as well because my computer is so good. Like I got a 3090, I've got 40 gigs of RAM, I've got 7900X CPU. Like I've got a really good system and I keep it clean. But web apps in general, like any browser, and I use Brave, I use Brave, I use Chrome, I use Firefox for software purposes. They all are a little slow, to be honest with you. So anytime you can get off of using a web app is like really good. So it's not that it has any extra features. It's just that it's the exact same experience without all that extra bloat and all that extra system resource being used on your computer. It's its own program, right? So I find that really, really helpful. Everybody's saying EOS. AVAX? Oh, AVAX. So what is AVAX? Isn't this like one of these ICO lists? Yeah, I don't know. This thing is just going to the moon. No, like really, everybody. What I'll tell you about altcoins is they all follow Bitcoin to a T. So if Bitcoin is pumping, altcoins are pumping. If Bitcoin is dumping, altcoins are dumping. So barring some kind of news release or something like that, these coins they all follow Bitcoin anyway. So there's no real point in trying to chart these altcoins. You chart Bitcoin and you play Bitcoin's moves on altcoins. So something like AVAX where it's relatively new, and I'm sure this has other history, maybe on OKX or whatever. Yeah, so it does have a little bit of back history on different exchanges, but I would just be I wouldn't be looking at too many altcoins if I wasn't looking at Bitcoin. DVC. Civic, huh? I had something on here. I don't know when this was from, but anyways, there was a trend break and it pumped, right? Like as simple as that. It was an accumulation until this trend broke and then it pumped. There's not much more to this. I already had this one charted apparently. This is probably from one of my lessons with somebody else. 2020. Yeah, this is probably a lesson with somebody else. CVC, yeah, I mean the same thing, right? Like it'll keep moving up if Bitcoin has not done its move. CVC, just like AVAX, just like Ethereum, it'll keep moving up. But if Bitcoin dumps, like this stuff's all gone too, right? So EOS, yeah, EOS going to be the same thing. Ripple, oh, Ripple with its news, huh? Yeah, I mean, this is another one where all these coins, they're just in the same exact spot, right? So you've got that to that, you've got that to there. So right now you're here. Right now you're here in this. So you simply need to break this trend on EOS. Problem with EOS is it's oh my god, it hit it to the that's sick. EOS hit its it's butterfly effect stuff, but EOS is that's sick that it hits its level. Yeah, EOS is I don't know yet. I need to look a little bit more. Well, first and foremost, it's dependent on Bitcoin for sure right now. It's just like everything else, dependent on Bitcoin. It doesn't look all half bad. Your next entry on EOS would be like 2555, like right here. Your next entry on EOS would be like right here. Like if it holds around here, it's going to move up. Not perpetually, there's no guarantee, but like what I'd be looking at is something like this right now. And I'd be looking for this trend, this lower trend to break. And if this level holds, it could possibly what it's trying to do right now is trying to confirm an accumulation cycle, and it has to do so off this like 255 level. So there's a level at 255 here. It's just, yeah, 255. But this could possibly take weeks to get there, this 255 level. So this thing really needs, like you could see a few different scenarios here with EOS. EOS could simply just hold its range right now. Like, okay, you go into a shorter time frame. EOS could simply hold its range right now, and over the course of whatever couple weeks, it could move up through this trend. It could kind of move up, you know, ladder off one of the levels inside of here, come back down here like this, hit this trend, break, go to this level. Ultimately, like there's key moments in EOS that need to happen, and the first one being that like it needs to hit this 255 and it needs to hold 255. So it needs to go down and test that and hold it. And hopefully when this is happening, Bitcoin is not getting ripped out of its mind. Like hopefully Bitcoin is not falling to the floor while this is happening. Because, okay, here's a scenario. Say we do end up going like this and we hit 255 and it's kind of starting to create this accumulation cycle. This is a really fragile level. So if Bitcoin starts ripping through the floor and it loses this level, it's going to like crash, right? So you have to be careful because EOS hasn't had its move yet. And like, okay, so there's like a very initial train of thought here. Oh, EOS hasn't had its move. This would be great to buy. This isn't necessarily true. So like saying that EOS has had its move and it would be great to buy, doesn't make sense at all. Like just because something hasn't moved doesn't mean it will. If Bitcoin starts crashing, EOS is going to like hit the floor. It's not like, oh, it hasn't had its move up yet, so it's due for a move. This is a common mistake I see people make. They say, oh, it hasn't moved up, so it's, you know, it's the safe bet. No, this is not true. Things that move up were already set to move up. EOS simply is not there on its timelines yet. So yeah, be careful. EOS may pump, but it may only pump if Bitcoin has another move up, or if Bitcoin kind of continues to hold its ranges, then it can move up. Then it has the freedom to move up. What is better, EOS, BTC, or USD? I never chart anything in BTC. I think that's a complete waste of time. I never hold any pairs in BTC. I have a video on that. Top 3 mistakes day traders make. You can see it on the trading series on the main channel. Never hold BTC pairings of anything. I talk about why in that video as well. So Billy Choi, you asked if I'd consider charting stocks. Toss me up a stock, Billy. Toss me something in here to chart. Let's take a look. What's my opinion on Dogecoin? Not much, man. I don't have opinions on these coins. I just do my day trading and chart. USD. Ontology. Same thing, probably like EOS, going to be very much the same thing. I don't know, some kind of weird bug. Weird trend randomly there, probably just double misclick or something, and probably just surfing through charts and had my trend tool up. That was a really odd trend. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Just because it hasn't moved up doesn't mean it will. I would I'd just be looking at larger time frame trends on this. You can open as many as you want still. So there's a little plus button up here. You can open as many as you want. You could just keep opening them until you, oops, desktop. You could keep opening them until your heart's content. You can have as many open as you want. So you would just simply hotkey through them if you want. Yeah, you can have as many open as you want. How to monitor BTC? BTCD, I don't watch BTCD. There is no there. That's like that's a scam. Watching BTCD, like this guy here you're talking about. I watched this thing for like years, trying to find some connections here with it. I watched it for years. You can see I have charts on it already. I watched it for years. BTCD is a scam. This doesn't tell you anything. The dominance of like Bitcoin, like people try to justify Bitcoin dominance chart. Like, okay, let's go back to what I had. Like, see, like what I did is I looked and I was, started marking values and levels and in my testings and I was like, oh, here, look, it's going to test this, and it goes through it and it's, it's supposed to test this one here, and it does, and it's all coincidence. This doesn't do anything at all. BTCD is a complete scam. The simple truth is that if Bitcoin is pumping, altcoins are going to pump too, because they're USD pairings. They'll move up too. Like cryptocurrency moves as a whole, and it all follows Bitcoin. It's completely a scam. It's completely a scam. There is some like truth to BTCD in terms of, oh, there's a level here. Oh, it can get hit. Like here's a range right here. There's a range right. Oh, sorry. There's a range right there. Look, range gets hit there. Range gets hit there. Range is struggling to fight there. This is complete crap. It doesn't have anything to do with anything. Bitcoin dominance chart can't show you. Like, here's the thing. Bitcoin dominance chart. Now, let me reverse a statement there. Bitcoin dominance chart isn't useless. Okay, fine. It's okay to mark levels. But charting Bitcoin dominance doesn't tell you what altcoins to buy. Like, oh, Bitcoin, like here. Yeah, that's time to learn. Okay, here's a trend. All right. Oh, this trend breaks. Perfect. It's going to move up in quite a big way. Here's another one. This trend right here breaks. It's going to move up in a big way. Right there. It breaks there. Bang. It's going to move up. It creates a local trend right here. Here's your local trend. It breaks the local trend after the global trend, and it's bound to move up. Breaks local, goes into an interior global trend, and it's going to move up, and it's going to go right to its range, which is right here. That's it. That's the range of this trend, and it does, and it goes there perfectly, which is fine. You can chart this, but how does this help you make money? Because just because Bitcoin dominance chart is moving, that doesn't tell you what altcoins are moving. So some altcoins will move and some altcoins will have this moon reaction. Well, what if you were in Ontology or EOS and you were trying to buy this breakout and all these other coins moved up, but Ontology and EOS didn't? See, that's the problem with Bitcoin dominance, is that it can't tell you what to buy. Sure, it can show you like, oh, here's some points where coins may break out, but that's not going to tell you which coins are breaking out. So it's completely useless. You can go and chart it all you want, and kudos to that, but it doesn't tell you anything. Like, you might as well go trade EFTs. Escape from Tarkov's? ETFs, sorry. You might as well go trade ETFs. What did you just say, Cotton? Back to the Twitch, Cotton. Gaming time. SNDL stocks. Let's wait. Let's do a stock that, let me catch up on chat and let's see, Billy. So obviously when we're doing the morning show and going live, there's like a lot of chat here. So I'm not going to be able to catch everybody's chat, but yeah, these ICOs are mostly Ponzi schemes. So I don't necessarily know if ICOs are Ponzi schemes. I know that an ICO is like, what is an ICO? Well, okay, not the technical meaning, not the initial coin offering or the IPO, the initial public offering. That's fine. But these are all companies that are trying to do something. Whether they deliver on their promises is another thing. There's a lot of companies where it's like an ICO scam. People think it's a scam, and some are scams. But I think for the most part, it's a company trying to float their idea and see if what they have is valuable. And so people buy into it because they subscribe to the initial idea, and it just doesn't work out, right? Like that's just kind of how it is, right? That's just kind of, if the idea works out, the payout is huge. It's life-changing. But for the most part, I think companies start and they just fail. Think of this as, trying to start your own business, right? Like how many startup businesses fail? Lots. A lot of startup businesses fail. You want to open up a bakery, you've got competition. Good luck. I hope you're better than the rest, right? So that's kind of like an ICO. It's a brand new company trying to get their idea out there, and yeah, sometimes they work and sometimes they don't, and the better ideas get more attention and traction. So I don't know about Ponzi schemes, but it definitely, like, owners want to get rich off of their ICOs. So like Sushi's a good example of this, where the guy who created Sushi sold all his coin at $15 and everybody blamed him for crashing the market and saying, oh, like Sushi's owner is the one who killed the coin. No, he just fulfilled what he wanted to from day one. I would do the same thing if I was to make a coin. I wouldn't purposely crash the market, and I don't think he purposely crashed the market either, but there's no hiding his public wallet. And when people in 2020 and 2021 are setting up moderation flags to say, oh, if there's any activity in the owner's account, we must take this as breaking news, right? Oh, the owner's account just sold all of its coins. This means it's crashing. There must be bankruptcy in the immediate future. But this is not true. This is simply just either shareholder requirements, the stockholders, the creator of the company wants to get rich. God, I would do the same thing. If I made a coin and then all of a sudden it went to $20, I'd sell it all. And not because I want the project to crash, but because I want to get paid. Like I'm a shareholder with those coins. That's my share. Those are my shares, right? So it's how rich people get rich. Doesn't necessarily crash the company. If it's a good project, it'll sustain it. And look at Sushi; it's bouncing back now, and it's at $5 or something. But this doesn't, like, I think people have a skewed opinion on ICOs and the way these coin sell-offs work and things like that. Like I've signed NDAs with companies who have done large companies too. So obviously I can't name them because I signed NDAs, but I've worked with companies and under the same kind of spectrum. And here we're trying to open something new. How would we make this work, and how do we get paid? Because a lot of times these companies, they don't get paid. So I don't know, let's just pick a random company. What's that one? MFT, mainframe technology. I think it's mainframe. Is mainframe technology? Anyways, MFT. Locally founded company, not local to me, but local to them. They're just all local working people who, I could be wrong about this, but I believe it's all local working people who are trying to make this great privacy protocol. And I really like MFT. I think it's a great project. But it's not like they get a bunch of capital from these random investors to start their company. Sometimes they do, but sometimes it's just, okay, well, we have a coin to sell. And then when that coin gets worth its value, that's when they pay themselves, right? So that's when their dreams come true. I don't think people should be too harsh on like ICOs and Ponzi schemes and scams. I think a lot of projects go in with the right intention. I think people just misinterpret kind of the actions that happen. Like Sushi's a great example of that. People thought, Sushi's screwed. Like, what the hell did the owner do? He sold $15 million worth of coins or something like that. Well, God, I would do the same thing. I want to get rich off my project. My idea is flying. I made this. I devoted how many years of my life to it. I want to sell part of my company. So that's how you do it. You sell the coins, right? And you wait for a good price. You get somebody out there or whoever, somebody who's really good at trading to help you with this. Oh, I'm starting to feel pretty crappy. I'll look at XRP. XRP is cooked. Sure, we'll go Tether. Oh, I already have a chart on this. Trend break, dump, trend break, pump. I'm assuming you just adjust it here, right? Trend break, another pump. Good chart. I don't even need to chart it. What's there to chart? I had levels set already. I don't even know when this is from. This is really old. I haven't used this red color for months and months and months and months. Okay, well, you know how I can tell how old it is? By looking at my chart. So I wouldn't have touched this thing since summer because I didn't update it. I don't really look at Ripple, so it would have been there. It hit its first level. It hit its second level. Oh, my levels were good. Okay. Nah, there's nothing to really look at with XRP. Suggest yeah, come to Cotton's stream, suggest a coin, and then be told there's nothing to look at as he deletes his chart. Yeah, just watch Bitcoin. I would stick to BTC. Polkadot, KSM. Stay solid, sir. SNDL. Thoughts on XLM, Chainlink. Yeah, the web app is a great addition to your repertoire, Milo. the Bitcoin halving and the other fundamentals. I mean, I have an opinion on it, but if you guys want to hear my opinion, sure, I'll give it. But I don't think this is anything to do with day trading. What times do I plan to do my live streams? Yeah, morning time. Kind of around the time that we started today. So what is this, 40 minutes ago? Yeah, 40 minutes ago. You're going home, then you can follow the stream, Rick. Okay, see you then, dude. Prob, I know we have some different Nightbot commands coming in, but I couldn't get Nightbot to connect to the first stream. I think this is because it's the first stream, so it has to be actually categorized in YouTube's channel first, like YouTube's website, before Nightbot can join it. But I could be wrong. I'm going to look into why it wouldn't join today. Do I think institutions are really buying Bitcoin, or is it a meme? I think nobody that matters in this world is buying Bitcoin in terms of institutions. I don't think anybody that matters is buying. Yeah, they're definitely going to be Todor. I think that's how you say your name. They're definitely going to be categorized. Not really streaming on Twitch, but I may again one day. I still have my profile open there, but yeah, I kind of like YouTube's platform a little better. Let's look at Neo. Unibright? What the hell is UBT? Unibright Bitcoin? Never heard of it. What is this? UBT? What? Unibright. What's the best coin to trade? Bitcoin. Always Bitcoin. My thoughts on trading Forex? I'm going to be trading Forex on this channel. I'm going to be trading Forex, crypto, and stocks, traditional. So equities, Forex, and crypto. So yeah, I mean, it's all the same. Like, what's a Forex pairing? Yep, they're going to be safe, Charlie. No, Jed. I don't really follow too many altcoins. I really only trade Bitcoin. There's no other point. Like, I trade 100x Bitcoin. There's no other point. Give you guys an example. That's not the right chart. We go here. Give you guys an example why I only trade Bitcoin. So we have our two levels marked out, right? So these were the two spots that we said we were going to buy. I only trade Bitcoin at 100x. I don't really trade anything else because there's no reason to. There's no point to. We're just going to dissect this time frame here. So you've got your level here telling you that the coin's going to move up. Like, let's just go some very basic TA. You buy here. If it gets to this point, your level is going to break. So you know you can buy the next level down. So we've got two levels. So we know it's going to break. So we know we can buy the next level down. You first start out with a buy rate here. And we had marked these on the replayer tool. Like, this is not like we went and saw what it tested and then marked it first. Like, this is as if I was trading it live. I would have picked these two levels. That's why I picked them when I went to the replayer tool, and I picked those two levels, and that's it. So you set a buy here, fine. 100x, and I trade with the maximum leverage you can on 100x. So I use $2,500 spots. So I'm trading 100x, $2,500. I'm waiting to see if this level gets hit. That's 20 grand in how long? Like, I'm not like I'm not selling a course here by telling you guys how much money to make. I'm just telling you how I trade, and this is what I make. So like, why would I? The point is not to be like, oh, you can make 20 grand. Go and click this button. No, it's just to show you, like, why would you ever trade anything else but BTC? Like, okay, 5, 10, 15, 20. Even if you only traded to the range of the break, which is right here. Even if you only traded to the lowest time frame range of the break, which is right here. So you've got just 3 very easy spots to go after. Well, what's the first one worth? Okay, that's 12,500 US. The second one, even if you just went to the range, 17 grand. No, wait, God. Sorry guys, okay, 12.5. 25,000, not 20,000. That's where my math is getting screwed up. This is 17,500. This is 12.5. This is 17,500. This is, oh God, 8.4%. 8% would be 20 grand, right? 2,500. Yeah. My brain is cooked. I don't know why I can't do math right now. 25,000 would be 10%. So this is 20 grand. So this is 20 grand. This is less than, no, it's not. No, I'm right. This is 17.5. This is 20 grand. I'm starting to yell. I can tell my ear. This is 20 grand. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I can make a 20, like if your monthly wage was 20,000 a month, that means you make 250K a year. Okay. This is like a 30-minute trade and it's worth 20K. So like, why would anybody else ever trade anything else? So you have to, okay, so here's why. You have to be extremely, like you have to be an elite trader to kind of see these levels and pick these spots like this. You have to be pretty damn good. This is not something a lot of people would see. So, okay, so why wouldn't you buy this? Well, you simply wouldn't be knowledge enough to get there yet. But if you are, why would you ever trade anything else? Because like 30 minutes, you make 20 grand here. Where's the second trade? You buy the second level right there. It's perfect, right? And you're just going after the next range. So what you would do is you just start looking at a higher time frame and you just start looking at the next range. So you would simply go to this right here. Actually, no, that's already tested. Yeah, you would actually simply just go to like right here, 37,000. That's gone. You would go right there. You'd go like right here, 36,000. So your next trade, how much is it worth? 20%. So what is that? 50 grand? Jesus, where's my play button? I'm so dead right now with this ear infection. Everything is left is right, up is down. You could even get out of the trade right now. There it is, right there. Bang. See, perfect. So I just made 70 grand in what? 8:30 in the morning. So like, we can call it a full day of work. 70 grand. Like why trade anything else ever? Why in the world would anybody ever trade anything else ever? Now take this with a grain of salt, guys. This is why I don't trade Neo, Ontology, Ethereum. There's no point for me to trade that stuff. So take this with a grain of salt. Like when you have, like people ask me, why don't you trade this? Why don't you trade that? Because I don't have a reason to. I don't need to. I don't see a purpose in it. I just follow Bitcoin. And when everything follows Bitcoin anyways, why would I spend my time charting anything else at all? Why would I ever spend my time thinking, okay, let's go chart Neo? Well, Neo's dependent on Bitcoin anyway. So if I have to chart Bitcoin and pay so much close attention to it that Bitcoin is, you know, living and breathing and dying all of my trades and moves, then why would I ever pay attention to Neo? Like why? Because I have to put all my focus into Bitcoin anyway. So for this reason, I only ever trade Bitcoin, but I'm also a futures trader. I'm also a derivatives leverage trader. So these kind of profits are possible for me. But, you know, I personally don't trade altcoins for this reason. I'm not saying you guys shouldn't. I'm saying if you guys are trading altcoins, chart Bitcoin, let Bitcoin decide your altcoin decisions. Let Bitcoin marquee your different decisions on altcoins, because as Bitcoin is moving up, so are altcoins. As Bitcoin moves down, altcoins move down. So if you're doing like spot trading, chart Bitcoin. When Bitcoin hits critical levels, that's when you should be buying your altcoins, right? Like, okay, we just go here and let's go to like Neo for a second. Okay, let's go to like Neo. Because this is like going to be a question I get asked by like everybody always like, oh, we should do this. I just go to Neo. Let's buy this right here on Neo. When Bitcoin hits this level, what time is this? 8:30. Oh, it's perfect. It's already on the chart on the other side. So look, 8:30 here. Where's 8:30? What the hell? Why is it skipping? I think I have hourly here and 15-minute here. Yeah, okay, so we got to go like this, I guess. 15-minute. So like I wouldn't even touch Neo unless I was buying like this candle right here at 8:30. And you can see on the right side, that's exactly when Neo hits its bottom right there. So go right here, buy here, and then sell some at some point up here, right? Like, you know, it already hit its high, but then that's fine. It already hit its range, so you get a little bit of a lower sell on Neo, right? So you mark your level there, and you make your 13% on Neo just by knowing Bitcoin's chart. So like, there's really no point. So when you're putting that much effort and attention into Bitcoin to follow it anyway, like why trade Neo if you've got to do all that work on Bitcoin? Because you have to follow the stuff like a hawk, right? What is the best coin to trade? Bitcoin on spot with low risk. Zephyr. Charlie, I have those lessons up on GateX. So I have, like, if you want to learn how to trade like that, like this kind of trade here, this first trade worth like 20 grand and this one worth 50. That's like butterfly effect stuff. So if you want to learn butterfly effect, then that's on GateX. I have a course for that. 100x is leverage trading, Eddie. What's the logic of borrowing? So I think that's, I'm not sure I quite understand the question, Eddie. So are you talking about borrowing as in leverage trading, or borrowing as in like borrowed funds from a bank or broker? Hey, Rick, what's going on? 70 grand, holy shit. Yep. A video. I wouldn't recommend anybody trade futures until they go into butterfly effect. Like, you know, people can trade futures if they want, but with 100x, like your liquidation is very, very thin. Like you're liquidated like right around here. So, you know, how big these candles are, and you look at how small this is. Like if you're doing 100x, yes, the upside is huge. Like this is a $70,000 day, but you lose $2,500 if you get liquidated here. So you have to know like the deepest form of the science there is if you want to do 100x. Like 100x is no joke. It's very tough, and it's the highest level of day trading there is. Like if you were to say, okay, spot trading is like the little leagues, and you start getting into or investing. Okay, let's go back. Investing is like little league football, and then like you get into like college and high school, it's like spot trading on one asset, and then you get into, you know, college bowl, and that's maybe margin trading, and then the NFL playoff game would be like futures trading, like NFL playoffs final game, you know, fourth quarter tied game, Patriots versus Colts, Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady kind of thing, right? Like that's what leverage is. Leverage trading, like 100x trading, futures trading, is the highest level of day trading there is. So you're playing at like the most elite field of traders when you're leverage trading 100x. So yeah, you better be like world-class trader to do that. So that's, again, this is like a pretty interesting answer, because it's why I don't trade anything else, but I'm not telling other people not to trade anything else. I'm saying like, this is why I don't trade anything. So at the top of your game, at the height of your career, this is kind of the answer you would get. You hurt my Neo heart. Sorry, man. No, I've always traded everything, Nej, that I specialize in altcoin trading. I've always traded everything. It's just I go through periods where sometimes I'll trade altcoin, sometimes I'll trade Bitcoin. It's just, you know, before crypto I was in stock. So yeah, it's just kind of like at that point I was probably just focused on altcoins. Step by step of futures. I would, yeah, Jed, I would like butterfly effect would be my first recommendation. Like go into butterfly effect first. That would be, if people are going to trade futures, I would say like the first step is butterfly effect if you want to make that kind of money. You don't need butterfly effect to make money in the markets. You can do it off future of trading very easily. Just don't be trading futures doing it off future of trading. Future of trading is great for spot, but for margin, there's a lot of missing pieces. But I mean, there's also 78 lessons in butterfly effect that are over half an hour each, and then there's another 60 coming this year. So there's like actually it's supposed to be 70, so there's about 150 lessons in. So to put into perspective, future of trading is 46 lessons, and each video is broken down into like 10 to 15 minute increments, so it's easier for people to watch. So there's about 100 uploads on YouTube right now, maybe 100. I guess it'll be around 120 total for future of trading. Future of trading is not done coming out. There's still 7 lessons, but each lesson is broken down into 10-minute pieces. So in future of trading, as big as that is, it's 46 lessons. Butterfly effect is a more advanced set of theorem, which is harder, as future trading is kind of a prerequisite to it, even to understand the theories of and concepts talked about. And then butterfly effect is 150 lessons, as to where future of trading is an easier set of knowledge and only 46 lessons. And 8 of those are overview lessons, like a review, an overview. So actually about 10 of them are. So if you were to strip it back, it's like 35 lessons compared to 150, where there's not really any review periods in butterfly effect. So there's a massive difference there in terms of knowledge. So that's why I say like future trading is good. But if you consider how much is in butterfly effect, it's probably not. And then there's still blueprint too, which is procedural analysis, right? So butterfly effect I call comparative analysis, which is CA, which is a term I made up, but it's what I call my technical analysis, the science that I created. I call it comparative analysis. Blueprint is procedural analysis, which is mind training, and things like bankroll, stuff like that. So that's procedural analysis, and then technical analysis is your future of trading. So I would just be like very cautious. Like, I can't stress it to you guys enough. Like, there's no fake dreams here. Don't trade futures unless you're really confident. Here, I'll just link this right here. Gadex.io in chat. Go there if you want to see what butterfly effect is. It's my website where I have my courses. Please live trade every day. BTC top for 2021. I don't know, man. I guess we'll see. What leverage level would you? So Sepher, that's a really good question. I would recommend like 3x max. I would recommend like 3x max margin trading and cutting your losses very quick. Yes, Jed. Hey, John. What's up, dude? Go through all your free content, make enough money to afford butterfly effect. Absolutely, Anton. And you don't need butterfly effect. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say everybody needs butterfly effect. You guys don't have to have butterfly effect to be successful. You guys can have 6-figure incomes just off the free material. Don't think you have to go out and buy butterfly effect. If you want to become elite, go buy it, right? And you'll make the cost of the course in one day. Like, there's people who make ridiculous money in futures, and that's just what it is. Why it is what it is, and that's why it's so expensive, because it's like, well, with the kind of money you can make, I'm sure you can sacrifice one day income for me to give you that kind of career for the rest of your life. But you don't need butterfly effect. Like, let me tell you guys this: future of trading, the free material that's on YouTube, you guys can make 6-figure incomes with that. There's no reason you can't. So you don't have to think like, oh, you're missing pieces. Well, of course you are, but that's a higher level for a reason, right? So you can absolutely make 6-figure incomes with future of trading, with the right scheduling, being responsible with your trading. Sorry, I'm starting to get really bad hearing. I got to take my headset off. With like the right scheduling, with the right mindset, with the right discipline, no reason why you guys can't make 6 figures with future of trading. So, do I hold any Bitcoin? Yeah, I hold some. More of like a retirement fund kind of thing, if it gets there. Oh, my throat is killing me. Oh, my throat is just destroyed right now. I'm trying to push through this stream. We've been at it for an hour. I'm trying to push through here, guys. I know everybody's excited because it's day one, but there's going to be some point where I have to get off because my ear is starting to really bother me, and it's my throat too. Oh my God. Slowly dying. A meetup with my fans? Yeah, probably. Maybe one day if we get big enough and people want to do that, that'd be cool. Why not? What about Blueprint? Blueprint is procedural analysis. Blueprint is stuff like bankroll management, how to not lose money. So I have a few different things. Everybody talks about technical analysis. I see this as multiple layers in day trading, and hopefully the world sees it that way one day too. I think to just say FA and TA is to live in the 80s or the 70s. I think the terms fundamental. I'm sorry, I'm losing my breath here again. Feeling pretty bad. I think there's fundamental analysis, which everybody knows what it is. I think there's technical analysis, which has been around for a long time. I think there's procedural analysis, which is, again, something that I just call it procedural analysis. I haven't heard this term anywhere. It's kind of just something I created. Procedural analysis is the procedures we use to make money. So this is like the discipline in trading, being able to have the right mental analysis would be another one as well. Procedural analysis is like an advanced form of mental analysis, or a form of mental analysis mixed with technical analysis. So it's like, okay, how do you have a bankroll? How do you actually create a check for yourself every 2 weeks, like a salary check, as in like a deposit to your bank account? How do you know what the appropriate stop losses are? How do you know when you should get out of a trade? These are technically driven, but have a procedural layer to them. So procedural analysis, again, why I created this term procedural analysis, is like bankroll management. It's stop losses. It's where to take targets, when you should take profits, things that technical analysis can show you on a chart, but then there's a deeper layer of execution. So like an execution layer, right? So that's procedural analysis. And then I have also CA, which is comparative analysis. So again, I think the world is very archaic in the way it thinks of technical analysis. I think it has a very black and white focus as TA. But this is actually kind of true because there's not enough people like me out there doing this, right? TA, the real type of TA. But then again, the people who know it aren't sharing it. So to be fair, you know, when you can make 70 grand a day, why would anybody share that knowledge? But, you know, whatever. It's why we're here. Then there's comparative analysis, which is CA, which is butterfly effect, which is the highest level of technical analysis. It's like the technical analysis for the future. So maybe one day people will start calling it CA when they get to a better level. Procedural analysis, comparative analysis, those are my two kind of coin terms, whether they, you know, whether it ends up picking up one day in Steam or not, I don't know. But I think people generally look at technical analysis as very black and white and one dimensional. I think that term technical analysis has been around for 80 years and needs a bit of a uptick to it, right? So yeah. Write a book about trading. One day I will. There's a lot of stuff I have to put in a book one day. I sign a lot of NDAs and work with a lot of different companies and things like that. So, you know, one day in 10 or 20 years when these NDAs run out, maybe I'll write a book. Yeah. I got a lot of cool stuff I could put in it. I'm going to release Blueprint when we get more subscribers. Yep, 50K subscribers and Blueprint goes free. So you guys get Blueprint free at 50K subscribers. So it's kind of one of my goals this year. And I'm here every single day trying to help out that goal and that push, right? Like my focus this year is YouTube. So, and who knows, maybe, yeah. Maybe I'll just make this a permanent thing. Who knows? I don't know. Right now, we're here pushing for 50K. That's the stuff right now. I caught in cat face. Hey Motion, what's up, dude? Will the max value make a better trader? Will the vax make me a better trader? The vax. Vaccine? I'm not sure what vax is. It sounds like vaccine. COVID vax? If you have COVID, it will make you better everything. If I have no clue what you're talking about. Sorry, Prob. Will the vax? Purchase courses with BTC. Yeah, I just have to pay taxes differently on it. So just contact me on Discord or something like that if you want to do that. But yeah, when are you coming live again? Probably Monday. Today's the test stream to set things up, and Monday is going to be the next stream. You know what? We're talking a lot, so we're just going to switch this the talking. See, I got to get better with this stuff because oh, you know what? We do have to test one more scene. I got it. So this is the point. This is your guys' fault. You guys did this. This is the point of today was to try to set up all the tech stuff, and then we get hammered with a million questions. That's fine. I'm here. I'm answering them. It's cool. I don't mind. But I do have to test something here back on the main scene. So we're going to test this button here. Okay, there should be a subscribe thing pop up in the bottom right. There it is, our beautiful subscribe graphic working properly on screen. Good. Okay, let's go back to talking now. All right, so we can go back to this long-winded rant on chat catch-up. But I guess this is pretty good because people have questions they want to ask me, and there are probably going to be a lot of questions today. So test stream plus Q&A, I guess. Yeah, okay, we'll call it that. Test is going good so far, though. We have perfect quality. There's no issues with audio. Nobody's complaining about delay or weird levels or anything odd happening. I think I have a little bit of audio tuning I need to do on my transitions. I think the transitions are a bit loud. How do you guys feel about that technical analysis, that static noise in the background? I feel like it's a little loud. I feel like that could be turned down. I feel like that could be turned down. What do you guys think? Any technical complaints, any weird stuff going on voice wise, audio levels, picture quality? Everything seems good, but again, you guys will let me know. Yeah, next live session, Lavin, is probably going to be Monday, and that's when we start the official morning show. Today is again setup stream, so yeah, Monday to Friday, starting Monday. So what date is that? That's like the 19th or something like that. 18th. Are you a millionaire? Prefer not to answer. Had an ear infection last week. Pain was unbearable. Had to see a doctor. So right now it's not bad. I woke up and it sounded like I was underwater. So it's not. I don't have a crazy amount of pain, but it's also a little bit in my throat. I'm really feeling dry. I live in the mountains and I recently moved across the country, and now I live in a very high altitude place. So I'm thinking that's what's causing this ear infection, is the change in altitude constantly. So where I live, we're very high up on a cliff, and like the view is amazing. You know what? I can actually show you guys my view. Let me open some windows here. You guys can understand what I'm talking about. Oh, it's gonna take a second. Hold on. Okay, hold on. You're gonna move the mic up here, and we're gonna unhook the camera. You guys can see what I'm talking about. Like I live on a mountain here. This is cool. I always like doing this. It's my house. I love my house, right? So outside my window, that's the view. So quick office tour. Actually, you guys don't need an office tour. So that's the view out of that side, and then that's the view out of that side. So you guys can kind of see, like, I live pretty high up on a mountain. Whoa, up close and personal, Cotton. This is supposed to be for my OnlyFans page only. Why am I doing this here? Just kidding, obviously. Okay, so yeah, I think my ear infection is caused by this change in altitude. I'm not used to this, and close these up. It's way too bright. Oh. Old man stretching stream. But yeah, anyways, everything sounds like it's underwater. My throat's dry. I've got headaches. I have no balance. I'm dropping things everywhere. Like, it sucks. FOT is starting to improve your trading. It's insane. Good, man. That's what I want to hear. That's good, Jed. No worries, man. You're asking way too many questions. Hey, man, you're an OG to this channel. I don't mind answering questions for you, Jed. You've been here since like the very beginning. Glad to see you in the chat, man. I actually went to school to be an architect, so I have like 11 years in university tech dot. I have a double majors in software engineering and new media engineering, as well as studied for my master's in architecture. So I actually have like a double major, and yeah, 11 years later in school, and yeah, poker shut down, and I was paying for university by poker because I was kind of like a semi-pro poker player, and needed to click buttons and make money, pay for my education some other way. So poker shut down in 2011. I naturally got into day trading. It was the next thing I could do to like click buttons and make money, and it just stuck with me ever since. The whole time I was in university, everything. Yeah. I don't think you need to chart more than one sec off. Like how many future charts would I chart daily? I mean, I used to do more, but I don't really think you need to. I think you could just make it with Bitcoin. Like, I don't really think you need to chart more than one chart. You wonder if I'd look at people like warrior traders and think, what a noob? No comment. No comment. I don't know, man. First time watching me, you heard I was a man. Oh, thanks, Slinky. I'm sorry that today's a setup stream. First time watching, and we're on a setup stream, but this is our first stream in 2 years. So, yeah, I hope you join us in the future streams, man. Thank you for your lessons. It changed my life. Oh, that's amazing, man. I'm so happy about that. Like, it's no cap. Like, that's incredible. If it's helped you increase your quality of life, Nico, like, that's amazing, man. I'm elated. I might not look like that because I'm pretty sick right now. So like my emotional statures are very low, not high, very low. Even my balance is off. Everything's reversed for me right now, but that's incredible, man. I'm so happy. Do you use intuition from your experience to find levels? No, it's a raw science, man. There's no intuition here. I mean, there's a part of it that I've done this so long, I have kind of this intuition for it now, but it's all backed by like a science that I created. So, good next level. I don't know, man. I don't know. I marked a few levels on the screen right now, and yeah. Hello, my king. Hello, my queen. I randomly joined a local low-key chat recently with 5 people, and they're talking about how your content is really good. That's so cool, man. I love that. That's what I love hearing, because I give this stuff out for free. My payoff is to like grow, obviously. Like, the money in day trading versus the money in YouTube. Like I make $200 a month on YouTube. If you guys saw it, like I make $200 a month on YouTube. Like there's nothing there. Like I don't make money on YouTube. So when I hear that people are talking about me and like these super small channels, and that's a kind of reach I want to get to. So that's amazing, man. That's awesome. You just lost the trade. That's not good. Fancy. Yeah, you can ask questions on the lessons in Discord. Absolutely, man. Nice animations. Thanks. Quality is crazy. Good. Yes. Thank you, Jens. Cool, man, as I know you. A bit lower on those transitions. Okay, that's perfect to know. That's really good for me to know, because that's the kind of like valuable feedback that I need on. I think I can just go into my transition. I don't know if I have volume on these on my transitions. I will hopefully not have to. See if we can quickly adjust this on the fly. My global transition. I don't know if I can. I'm actually going to. Yep, I'm actually going to have to turn the audio level down in the file and re-render it. That's fine. A bit of work, but no big deal. It's a little ear piercing. Okay. A little too loud. Yeah, I kind of had that inclination. The high notes are a bit high. Good video quality. Audio is a bit weird. Caught near the goal. Thanks, man. Transition loud. Perfect. That's good. You guys, exactly what I thought it was happening is happening. So that's perfect. Your theme stream from Cyberpunk? Not really. Just I mean, Cyberpunk is Cyberpunk is a style that's not like Cyberpunk, like 2077 is what you're talking about. It's not like Cyberpunk created it. It's just like a bit of grunge with neotech, I guess. Although it does look like Cyberpunk, it's not quite Cyberpunk. I mean, okay, Cyberpunk isn't Cyberpunk either. Cyberpunk is like neotech, so it's all neotech. So yeah, I guess so. Similar influence. But I do think Cyberpunk is very cool visually. Not great, not so much a great game from what I heard, but visually very, very cool. Trend line. Should I watch it again, or do you explain it in the advanced course? Go through the advanced VKT, and that goes for anybody here. If you're stuck on concepts from beginner's course, you're on the first 10 lessons. There is like 105 or so lessons right now. You're less than 10% through. So don't get too stuck on one lesson. Push through and then come back to it. Really giving me the education you just wanted to say. Thanks, William. That's amazing, man. Might be a newbie one. Why is it unsafe to keep money on markets? I would just keep it like why is it unsafe? There's a lot of reasons why it's unsafe. It's I think the safest thing to do is always keep your money in your bank. Personally, that's what I think the safest thing to do. If you're going to keep it in crypto, keep it on a bigger exchange like Binance. I wouldn't even trust MEX, to be honest. MEX is kind of shady, but not. I mean, I can't say that MEX is shady. That's personal opinion. I think what I can say is this: when I used MEX back years and years and years ago, I saw some flaws that I did not like. So I personally choose not to use MEX. With that said, there is a lot of flaws on Binance too. A lot of complaints that I have about Binance too. So what can I say? I think you should be safe, and even hard wallets are safe, but nothing is secure. Especially in the crypto markets. I think the crypto markets are. You shouldn't show the view. 4chan is going to try to find your house. What can you do, man? I plan to make like I bought a $2 million house sight unseen video. I just recently bought this house, and because of COVID, I couldn't see it in person, so I just bought it sight unseen. It's great house, by the way. Wait, Cotton, you're my neighbor. What's up, dude? I'll give you a wave next time I go outside. Your dream away from all the annoying people. OnlyFans. Do not show where you live. Yeah. I don't think anybody could really get where I live off of just seeing a mountain. Where I live, it's all mountains. Go to my Patreon if you want to join the Discord, for whoever asked. I'd unironically subscribe to your OnlyFans. Now at least I see why things happen on the charts to this guy. Hopefully get rid of my bad trading habits and start making money. I hope so. I'm rooting for you, Salamander. you timetable your day or just free flow? My next video is on that, actually. Funny you should ask GC. My next video is on day trading and scheduling. How old are you? Under 40. Des. I have a command, exclamation age, but my Nightbot's not connecting. If time is money, did you lose time or money in university? If you did lose any of them. So here's my take on university. University help. The real gift of university is that it teaches you how to think. So I'm in my mid-30s. That's the best way to answer that does. The real gift about university is it teaches you how to think. So when you're in university, you may not end up using what you went to train for, but the difference between like a university and a trade school is a trade school will teach you like a very specific set of skills. Like you could see learning technical analysis, for example, as a trade school, learning a very specific set of skills. The difference with university is that it teaches you how to think. So you're forced into a broad range of different classes, whether you like it or not, and you have to pass them. So it teaches you to think on a very wide wavelength. So being in university for 11 years myself, I think the best thing I got out of it was the ability to think. So I don't think I lost time at all or money, because it was an investment that was, it made me a better human being. So it gives you an intelligence that you would have had, you wouldn't have had otherwise. I would always tell people, go to university, day trade and go to university. Definitely be a returning viewer. Nice, man. Me and my son are taking your lessons. That's cool. I've had a few father-son duos and they do really, really well, interestingly enough. Yeah, man, join the Discord. It's like $25 on my Patreon. Go to Patreon, sign up. It's only $25. There's like a family of traders there. It's really good. Top Ethereum today? Not sure. What are the next lives and what will they be about if I miss the content for this one? Monday to Friday, man. Next one, Monday. You got extremely popular and everybody started to use your method trading. When did the crowd stop working? No, the charts evolve every single day, Freddie. Freddie? I scratched my eyes. I was reading that. Yeah, the charts evolve every single day. So what might be being used today will be evolving tomorrow. But I don't think anybody who knows this knowledge has ever gone public with it. I could be wrong. I don't make it a point to Google other traders. Like I don't know. I know like a handful of traders in the world, and that's it. And in terms of YouTube, in terms of social media, in terms of Twitter, I have no idea what else is going on out there in the world. I like to keep it that way because I like my perspective to be untainted and just true to what I know. So while I have trained top level traders and while I have worked with institutions and exchanges and trading floors and hedge funds and big groups like this, while I've worked with these people, I go there to help them change the way they trade. So it's the influential factor on me is very low, and I keep it that way. Everybody always tells me you should research your competition, but I specifically don't, because I don't want my perspective to start to change based on like, oh, I see they're doing this and it's working in terms of viewers on YouTube, right? Like that's the last thing I want to happen. I don't want to have like this research period where I go and I see what other people are doing that's working well. And I take that because I think it would change my perspective. Because I'm so focused on growing this channel right now, the last thing I want to do is sacrifice my science to find some kind of growth hacks. It's not what I would do. So I don't really know what else is going on there and with other traders. But what I can say is that I think I'm like one of the first, if not the first, who knows this set of knowledge, who's actually put in the years and years and years it takes to reverse engineer it, and who's putting it public. Because I can tell you that I have run into a few traders at the very highest level who know pieces of what I know. Now, do they know as much as me? I don't know. Maybe they do, they don't show it. I haven't seen it. Maybe I haven't met the right one yet. I don't know. I don't care to assume or comment. All I know is what I know, and I haven't met anybody else out there who's like that. And my only assumption is that if there's somebody else there that knows the level of knowledge that I do, they're not sharing it for a reason, because it just doesn't make sense. When you can make like 50 grand a day trading, why the hell would you give those secrets away? It doesn't make sense. But you know, I've made my money in trading. I'm here now doing this now. So I just don't think anybody's gone public with it yet. So yeah, I don't, in terms of it stopping working, there's got to be other people who know it, because I reverse engineered it off somebody else, right? So, you know, big institutions back from the 70s where it first started, it all started somewhere. Now, how it's evolved has been by human beings making these decisions. So there's other people that know for sure. This is without a doubt. It would be illogical to think otherwise. Otherwise, how would I have reverse engineered it? I just don't think anybody's gone public with it. I think I might be the first, but I also don't know that either. I could be wrong because I don't go and search my competition. I have no cares about that. I just do what I do. So could it get crowded and stop working? No, because people like me will constantly re-break the science and will constantly evolve the markets. Chart is a little delayed by like a minute. I think that's probably just the stream delay. Cotton Candy is my real name, man. It's on my birth certificate. You have good taste in interior decoration. You're all set on your bank account. You are good looking. Where are your babies? I have 2 kids. Where's your beautiful wife? Where is life? I have all that, man. Nico, I have 2 kids. I have a 3-year-old and I have a 5-month-old. Everything looks and sounds great. Awesome, dude. Thank you, Trade Intuition. Is there another Discord people are in about your material? Yeah, it's just mine from Patreon, Charlie. I'm not sure what Discords are out there. Again, I don't know. Mine is on Patreon. You like that, Nico? The scene colors and the background colors. I spent a lot of time coordinating all this to have a really good stream quality for and it's why it's so important to have a test stream today. I've spent a lot of time, energy, and effort to make sure the stream quality is like top notch for people. So I'm glad you're noticing the little details about the lighting being the same color. It is intentional. You're the first person to notice. Watch my latest video, Cementor, on market scanning. Do I still play poker? I haven't played poker in a long time. We decorated the house. Your room looks really nice. Well, I did go to school for architecture. I know a thing or two about decorating. No, I decorated in here. But in terms of the house was built by whoever built it. I just really like this house. Oh, thanks, Javier. Yeah, the expert tier is crazy. We're going through like mentorship giveaways on the expert tier. So on Patreon, I have some different tiers, and there's mentorship giveaways, and there's lots of stuff on expert tier. People who join expert tier for the annual membership for the rest of January get Blueprint for free, and then the first part of Butterfly Effect. So let's talk about that for a second, because I haven't shilled anything at all this whole stream. So it's time to go into a shill. So tune out if you don't want to hear me shill my patron. Pre-warning. Okay, patron, if you join it, there's a few different tiers. There's like a $25 tier. The $25 tier gives you access to the Discord, so you've got access to all the traders and the trading groups in there in Discord. There's interactive quizzes that I have as well for $109, I believe it is. There's an interactive quiz tier. So every single lesson I have, if you go to gatex.io, which is my website that I put out, I have interactive quizzes on everything there. So Future of Trading, every single lesson has quizzes. It's really good. The interactive quizzes are very helpful. And then there's the expert tier, which is $645 a month. And in that we do like live trading every week. We do that's less of the tier actually. There's merchandise. There's a huge breakdown that I do every week. There's mentorship that I do in the expert tier. There is course credits. You get Blueprint for free right now. You'll get Blueprint for free for signing up. So actually the cost of Blueprint is about 10 grand. The cost of getting an annual membership on Patreon is about 7, I believe. I'm just rounding numbers here. So you actually get it $3,000 cheaper. Not only that, but when Blueprint goes free as a reward to people who signed up on the annual tier, the expert annual tier, they get the first segment of Butterfly Effect for free. And that's like 13 or 14 grand. So they get like 20K in courses for just signing up to the annual tier, which they also get $500 course credits per month. They get this, they get that. You guys can check it out on Patreon, but just to give a quick breakdown, that's like expert tier is really, really valuable. I make it that way on purpose. It's like really, really valuable. Why is the market rigged? Because it's crypto. It's not regulated. Moving averages are completely useless, John. Oh, I actually caught up on chat. Wow. Okay, let's go back to the main screen. and scalping sometimes, most of the time. Larger levels like 1 hour, 4 hour trends look broken on 5 or 15 minutes. Which time should we consider? Right. That's a pretty loaded question because it's got a very deep answer. I would say that the larger time frame, I'll give you a quick answer. I don't know if it'll necessarily give you the answer separate, as I do talk about this in butterfly effect a lot. The stronger time frame trends will show you the bigger moves, and the little time frames on those show you like the first parts of where they're going to break. How many people? I don't know that metric, Herma. How many people that follow your courses are profitable? I would never have any way to know that. What's up, Triple X? There is that magnet tool out there. Okay, let's get something that's not crypto to look at. What's like a Forex pairing or Neo? I know Neo is all the big news right now. One of my old students held so much Neo, it's not even funny. He just like loaded his whole life into Neo. I bet you he's like retired now. No way to purchase the merch outright. It's a patron exclusive, John. I'm wearing one of the merch shirts right now, the TA shirt. It's a white hoodie that has the TA on it. I'm wearing it right now. Yeah, it's just through Patreon. USD JPY. Okay. USD yen. Whoa. Okay. Where we're going to start on this. That looks so nice. Yeah, it's not bad. I'd like to get the patron merch is good. I'd like to do more merch in the future. I just need to kind of grow the channel in a bit first before I make that kind of investment into merch. And we'll look at TSM after. Okay, those are the two, because I did ask you earlier, Billy. So TSM I'll look at right after I'm done this one. If you want Blueprint, don't buy it outright. Save yourself the money. Sign up for Patron Expert tier, and you're going to get Butterfly Effect Segment 1. As soon as we get to 50K, you guys get a second course for being on that. But let me tell you guys something about that. It's only until the end of January. February 1st, those free courses are off the table. This was like a December only special that I extended to January because a lot of people were away for Christmas. So this is like, if you sign up on annual expert tier in December, you get those, and I extended it to January. So come February 1st, that's off the table. You can't get that anymore. Just fair warning. I don't want people out there like come February 10th or something and they say, oh, I'm ready. And then it's like, no, sorry, it's gone. Can't help you. Yeah. Herma, I would just say, go and watch my videos, man. I've been around a long time and my reputation is pretty good for this stuff. So I would just say, go watch videos, Herma, make your own decisions, and all the material is going to be free anyway. So you don't necessarily have to spend $1. Well, it might, I shouldn't say that all the material is going to be free. At 50,000 subscribers, Blueprint's going to be free. And Future of Trading, which I used to charge a lot of money for, and I sold courses like every single day for a lot of money. I just ended up making it free to help people. So, yeah, man, just go absorb all the free material. You don't necessarily need to spend anything. You just go Future of Trading, and if you like what you see, make that decision on your own. I mean, I shouldn't have to convince you. You should convince yourself, man. There's no like, I don't think it would be genuine for me to tell you, oh, go buy Blueprint and you're going to be making millions of dollars, or go buy Butterfly Effect and you'll make like, you know, I'm a content creator. I'm creating this for people so that they can learn and be better, but I'm putting a lot of it out for free. So there's no, you could just go make your own decision. You don't need me to convince you. You simply just go invest a little bit of your time into my free courses. If you like what you see, keep watching. If you get to a point where you've gone through it all and you want even more, then what is this? Windows Defender, go away. If you get to a point where you want to learn more, then those are available for you on my website. So yeah, just go watch the free stuff, man. And if you like it, continue on. We're just doing 50K, like 50K subscribers doesn't have to happen in January. 50K is like, if it happens in a year, then that's when we release Blueprint. We don't have to hit 50K subscribers like in January for that to happen. The offer is only open for people who join in January. Done, Adnan. Adnan Ali Khan. Done, my friend. Taking notes will help the learning process. Yeah, I think so. Okay, let's we're looking at USD. So the first thing I do is I'd start on the larger time frame. I would analyze the ranges of this move. Obviously, you've got one range here, you've got your range here, your next range would be here. That's already happened, and this had back tested this range already. Ah, God, come on. And this had already been back testing this range, which is kind of like a larger range right here. So when you see something like this right here for yen, you've got the larger range right here. So you've got range 1, range 2. This is like kind of the third range, the test of the second range. So this is now your third range in the move. So if you're kind of looking at this as a ladder, you're already testing up your ranges, and it looks like you've already kind of hit your low here. This was very easy to see. Next would be this right here, which was there, and now holding this. So yen is looking to, let's try to give up. Like this is something that USD yen needs a little bit of attention to detail. This is something that we're going to spend a little bit of extra time on. I'm not going to talk through all of what I'm doing, obviously, because it's just not conducive to this. However, this is a pretty serious pairing, so what I say has a very important value on it. This level being hit here is quite easy to see, which means that it has to hold this right here. So this is where you'd be buying 102, and we're going to keep doing a bit of analysis on this because we really need to understand what's happening with this. So it's actually holding its larger range. Need to go to a larger time frame to make sure that we're not missing anything here. Yeah, so it's okay. Can actually be at like 101.85 right here. You can be at like 101.85 on this. This is where you'd be looking to buy. This level has to hold. So like how I would treat this trade. And even with that said, I actually need to go and look at different time frames as well here too. Can't go there. Go there. Can't go there. $102. Yeah, 101.85. I would look to buy on 101.85. I know it already got hit, but I think it's going to get hit a second time. I think if this holds, if you set a buy on like 101.86, for example, and it holds, I would refine that. I would refine it maybe to like 101.72 or something. I would take a bit more of time to refine it, but just generally speaking right now, what really needs to happen here is it needs to hold 101.85. It's a pretty important level. If it doesn't, it's going to go and back test the deeper part of its range, and it's likely going to go back down to like $95 here, or possibly you could see it back test like, you can't really see it back test anything. It's already kind of back tested everything. At that point, you're going down to like $94, the $94 range, $95. So that at that point, you're going back down to like this right here. Right now, you really need to hold this 101.85. If you can hit 101.85 and you can hold it through the breaking of an accumulation cycle, you're going to be probably moving up quite a bit. This is a pretty important move, and by testing this and holding it, you're going to confirm a long-term ladder. So, you know, you'd be looking at this like yaw right here, right? Which breaks here, which gives you your current move. So this is going to give you your current, come on, right there. It's going to give you your current break, the break of the move, the back test of the trend, and now you're something like that, which moves to here. So you're something like this, which can actually be refined a lot more. And you're going to have that from here to here, which is the current, right? Which ends up being this right here, breaks to this right here. It's all the same trend. It's all the same trend on a different time frame. What you really have to do when you have multiple trends like this is you just have to go to the larger time frame right here, and refine it. So then you would have been like this right here. That breaks, you would be right here. Come on, you'd be right there. So that hasn't broken yet. So this is your trend right here. So you need to hold, you need to hit this level, hold this level. So I'd be setting my buy around 101.85, and I would have a very tight stop on this. I would stop pretty close to this because I don't think there's a big risk here in taking. Like, I don't think you can lose a lot of money here, but I think if you're still a long time it can hold though. Like you're talking about 2 years. Like you're talking about this could be 2 years before this move is made. Like this is a lot that it has to endure. No. I don't want a second trend. I just want to move this one. Balance sucks. Then you'd be here like that. There, which is to here. Interior trends, local trends, and then you'd even have local to this part of the move, which would be here. You could use the weekly, but I don't like that. I don't think the weekly gives you anything here. Like, I don't think this trend gives you anything. I think this is like a fake trend. It's not a fake trend, but I don't think it gives you what you need. Like, clearly this is the trend that's in the moment right now and it's trying to break, but I'd really like to see a back test of this 185 instead of buying at 101.3 or 4, whatever it is here. Like, this is going to be the problem, is you're going to have like this fake trend break just like this is why I won't use this trend. You're going to have this fake trend break and people are going to start buying this trend. Meanwhile, it needs to back test this level. It's not about this trend breaking in this moment, it's about back testing this level. So I really strongly feel like you need to back test this 101.85. If this holds, you're going to be able to start breaking your trends and creating your cycle here, right? So I think really the key moment here is 101.85. I don't think there's a play before that. If it moves up, it moves up. Because you should have been in from back here, which is even a lower level. But at that point, you would have been already out. You would have been in and out already. So yeah, I would look at 101.85. Yeah, it's just this might move a little slow, right? But it's already back tested its higher time frame level. It's already created its ladder. Like, this is really nice. I think you could go as low as like 101.30, but I don't know if it's justifiable to buy 101.30. I think you have to make that decision in the moment and see how the level is attacked. Yeah. But it does look like it's setting up a move up if it can hold its range, which it looks like it is. Come on. Stupid. Oh, we're not on a monthly. What am I doing? Yeah, that's fine. That's where it is. It's the same. It's all the same trend. That's the first break of the move. The second, that's the third. Gives you this right here. Yeah, so you're back testing the trend right now. You're gonna hit that, that's fine. Ultimately, you're gonna try to see if this can hold here, but yeah, there's your lower support, but I don't necessarily think that's gonna get hit. I wouldn't even be using this type of interior trend like this. You're not there yet. I would simply be using this. What did I miss in chat? It was 7K. Yep. Like 10 years, Rick. Well, like, I don't know. I've been at this for a long time. I can't say I do know who Carlos Masseltone is. An accent over though. Masseltone. Can't say I do know who he is. Again, I don't really. What was the other? Somebody said something else. Different. TSM, right? TSM. I don't really follow too many traders, whoever that is. When you say the legendary, I'm assuming he's some kind of Carlos Masseltone. No, when you say legendary, I'm just assuming he's some kind of OG, maybe. So, I mean, you're back in October 1997, right? Like, obviously, trend breaks, blah blah blah. This stuff is all happening. to look at it where it is now. TSM. Well, there's not too much to say about TSM. I mean, it's not something I'd be buying right now. The price is just way too high. When I'm looking for opportunities in the market, I'm NEO is a good example of this. Like NEO is something that so this chart is as old as dog. This is like a chart back from like 2018. And when I was working with this person, I kept this open. When I was working with this person back in 2018, is one of my old school people that I mentored. He was like a stout holder of NEO. He bought down at like $5, I believe it was. He bought down here in like the $5 range. Or no, because this would have been even, yeah, he bought down here in like the $5 range. He bought down here and he was holding it forever. And I told him, watch out for this trend, because that's why we have this trend here. And I haven't updated the chart since, it broke down here in the beginning of 2019. And I said, watch out for this trend. And, once it goes over these levels, then, it can have its actual move up. And so it did. Buying like looking at TSM would be like trying to buy NEO up here. Like why I don't look at just because something is, I think this is something where people get mistaken. Like if JPY didn't look good, I simply wouldn't buy it. If TSM didn't look good, I simply wouldn't buy it. There's like 1,000 stocks. There's tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of stocks out there to buy. Why get stuck on one? So like when I see something like TSM or NEO and it's already had these big moves up, like I'm not looking to touch it at all, because I just simply don't care about the company. I just care about what the money I can make it. So I'm looking for opportunities that are better, right? Like I'm not looking for opportunities where it's like, oh, this thing is pumping, let me find a spot to get in. No, if I'm not in already, I just won't go in, because I just look for opportunities to make money. I don't care about NEO. So I guess like I googled NEO because I was like, why is this thing moving up so much? Like NEO is trying to make an electric car. I guess that's why NEO is moving up. I don't know. I have no idea. All I know is that one of my old school guys, he bought this at $5 and held like, he basically put like all his money into NEO, and we went through the chart and I showed him what to watch out for and when it'll move up, and I hope he's still holding. That's all so like I look at TSM and it's like, well, I could do technical analysis on this, but what's the point? Like I'm not buying this thing anyway. So at what point does this even become worth it? Like all of these things, like I'm sure Nvidia's popped off, right? Like Nvidia's popped off, like again, an old chart from back in whenever, I don't know. I haven't looked at any of these charts in how long. And so fine, it breaks this trend, it backtest holds this trend, breaks over this level, has a move. Like I wouldn't be buying Nvidia right now. Maybe like down here on this trend here, I would be buying down here. And that's what I mean about like finding the right opportunities. What about AMD? Sure, this is another like chart I haven't touched, and yeah, I don't even know when I touch this chart. I don't even like, this stuff has been, for some reason I picked this $85. I don't know why, but I picked it whenever I did this back in 17 or whatever. But I simply wouldn't be buying this stuff right now. I may take shorts on it, but I'm not looking at that right now, shorts. So I just like, I know there's like a lot of, oh, what about this stock and that stock right now? If it's not a good opportunity, if the price isn't right, then it's just like, well, just move on to the next kind of thing. So I don't really think there's anything to chart with TSM. I think it's just kind of one of those things where it's like the price is way too high to even look at. Might go to $1,000 and fine, so be it. But I still wouldn't buy it. Even I could look back and say, oh, it's, I could have bought it at $100 and now it's $1,000. Like, well, I hope I bought something else better. How do you stay 10 years focused? You're a god. You make a lot of money in day trading. Yeah, how do you stay focused? You make a lot of money, and then you don't have to. Then why stop? Right? You make money. Not to sound greedy, but that's why I never stopped day trading, is because I made money. Right? So, will you do live scalps on YouTube? Maybe not. I'm not sure. Why is this real time audio flow so blurry for me? I can hardly see your levels. I think it's your connection. It seems to be okay for everybody else, but I don't know. Let me full screen it on my other screen. It looks a little blurry right now. It could be YouTube throttling it. I'm not sure. INTC would be good. Could be YouTube throttling. Oh, Intel. Okay. Yeah, Intel is actually good to look at right now. We'll look at this in a second. Oh, my window is covering the lines. I would watch my video about, I just talked about this in a video about the best softwares to use for exchanges. Use your bank if you're going to do that. Yeah, I mean, okay, so immediately you're looking at this on Intel, right? So this would be like your short target, and then you see how it reacts to the short. You could go a little higher in this, not necessarily. Wait, where were we? Okay, you actually haven't reached target yet. So you did hit a different target. So you hit the range, which is fine. So you would have hit this, then you would have hit that right here. So you would have hit this, right? Yeah. So you did hit the range, you just haven't hit the greediest part of it yet. So it's still moving up. So at that point, like I think the buy on Intel is gone. I think you're next looking at 72. So I would maybe look at a short around $72. I think if you were looking at this as like, this is the bottom of the range, you can clearly see it's laddering from like here to this one here and up, and it's laddering up. So like just recently, like you would have been looking to buy something in and around here like that. Like you would have been looking to buy this range that's laddering, and you would have just went a little bit over the price. It actually back tests its range. So why is it back testing its range? That's important to know here. There. Oh, I see. Okay. So what you'd be looking to do is you would have bought here, hoping it holds, then backtest here. So it'll be right here right now that it's looking at. Possibly something greedier. No, that's it right there. So the short is actually right now. It's just when can you actually take the best part of this short? I would probably wait to see if it goes after the larger range, just because it's been laddering. So you tested both levels properly. You're simply just laddering your range like yaw, and then you can refine this a little better here, because you would be on the daily, which is right. Come on. So you'd have your first trend that would have given you your, oh, come on. Surprisingly, my ear's not doing too bad, which would have given you this, which is this to this. So this breaks, it retests, right? So that breaks, it retests, creates its first real trend, back test. Okay, that's good. Actually, decent trade. I would be waiting for the 72 level, and 72 is going to 72, like $69 here on Intel. The short at 69 is like it's the safe short, because it still has a range above it. 72 could break. 72 is like kind of the final range on the move. So 72 could break, and there might not be a really good short opportunity there. You might even rather say shorting 66 makes more sense than 72, because 72, if it hits and breaks, it could just completely pop over top, and it could break its move completely. Like it might have like a very small short here. Like it might hit 72, kind of linger around here, and then blast up. So 72 is not as safe as 69 in terms of set it and forget it. You know, the slap chop. It's not a slap chop level. It's more of a, this is the final part of the move that can reject back down to the trend again. So you almost want to say it makes more sense to get a short at $66 here, or even the lower, although you can't, well, you can go 62, but I don't really think that's smart. Like maybe 65 and change. 66 makes sense. 66 is the 66 is a short that breaks the trend. So if 66 stops the move, that's the short that breaks the trend. So if you go to 66, it falls, it can potentially break this trend. So you can short $66. We're just going to put this here, and we're going to say if yes equals trend below collapse, kind of thing like this. So we know why we put this, if we come back to this and look at it. So this could be the move that breaks a trend versus what could be the final piece of the move. So I think you have a couple different decisions you make based on the level that gets hit and how it gets hit here. Not necessarily just saying, oh, well, you know, because you're holding your trend and you're laddering up. So this does look like it's going to break up, but 69 was the safe short. You can't make much money when you do it on your own. It depends, Rick. I mean, I had to reverse engineer it all on my own. I mean, can't make money on your first years. You can. It's just It's like anything, man. It's like education. How deep? Like I've got people who I've trained in 4 months and they turn around from knowing nothing in the markets to making six figures. I've got people who I work with 2 years and they still can't quite get there. Like this is all very personal, not preference, but it's all very dictated from person to person. It's not always so you can't say, oh, can I? That's a very loaded statement. I can't make money in the first few years. You might not be able to, or you might do it in 3 months and you might be making 250K in your first 3 months. This is so person to person, and it's so much dictated by the level of education you expose yourself to. There's easy paths and there's hard paths, right? So you have to kind of understand which is the right path to take. So I don't necessarily think you can't make money. I think it's like, how bad do you want it and what are you willing to do to get it is more of the question, I would say. And even with that said, you can tell me, I want it so bad, I have deep pockets, let me go and buy all your courses. You still may not succeed. You still may lack other things like the discipline. You may lack the ability to think at a deep theoretical level. There's a million pieces that you could fail at. That doesn't mean you can't get there. It means that there's no clear-cut answer as to when you can get there or when not. Because I've worked with a lot of people. I've worked with thousands of traders now. Everybody has a different path. Like I remember specifically every single one of them. I remember, every single person who's taken butterfly effect. I kind of, even to this day, even though I haven't talked to them, I have a very, very clear understanding of where they are and how every single different trader, everybody I've mentored, everybody who takes future trading, I have a very catalog in my brain of every single trader and where they're at and what they struggle with, right? So like everybody has a different struggling path, but the best thing you can do, I think, is educate yourself as deep as you can, and then you'll reveal faster where your struggling points are. I think that's that's a really loaded question, but I hope that gives you like an answer, because I can't tell you. Nobody can, not even you can. You have to kind of go through the journey to see where you lie. I think it's fine to just bet and don't produce anything and just make money only in this way. I mean, if it's just betting, I feel like it's kind of against human nature's way. I don't know if I understand that question. Gain maker. I don't know if I understand that. I started making money in the markets pretty fast. I had no choice. I was put up against the wall when poker shut down. I had some money to pay for my tuition, but I had to develop systems very quickly so that I could continue going to university. Rick. So for me, I was like maybe the unique person who was able to make, but I came from being a semi-professional poker player. So I had a very good understanding of mental analysis. I had a lot of things going for me where I understood what it means to build a bankroll, what it means to lose $1. I understood how hard it is to make $1. So like I came from a different set of prerequisites or not pre-requirements, but I came from a different background. So I think for me, building systems that allowed me to make money while I figured out and reverse engineered all this stuff, I think for me, it was, for me, I think it was maybe that was my path, and that's why I was so successful at it. Good morning, and thank you for your cards. Morning, Acid. I'm getting off in about 5 or 6 minutes here, everyone. My phone died and I charged it and came back. Hey. I must say you're the best teacher so far. Your style of explanation is so cool. Thank you for that. That's awesome, Acid. I can't go too in depth in this stuff, obviously, online, because it's all in butterfly effects. So what about AFA? What is AFA? I've never charted this. I've never even heard of it. Afaria. So immediately it's hitting its range right here, which is represented right here. So it's immediately hitting its range right there. So it's targeted its level. It likely back targeted something like this, or maybe something on a deeper, we're on a weekly. We need to go to the monthly. It actually floated its range, which means it went after. So this was going to move up when it floats its range and it doesn't back attack its range back here. So then you're going after your weekly levels, like right here, right? So you're going after the weekly valleys right there. So here you're going after weekly valleys. So it didn't quite go after the monthly. It probably likely tested this right here at one point. Yeah, which is right here. Oops, wrong candle. Come on. It likely tested this at one point, which is there. So, the ladder moves up to here and it breaks that right here. And so it goes after, it didn't quite go after the monthly ranges down here, but it did stop at the weekly ranges. So the weekly range holds it up. It means it's moving up. At that point, it's just a simple question of trend break. So you would be immediately right there to there. So then you'd be like this, which gives you your interior trends, which is going to give you this guy to this guy right here, which is fine. And then to reach your actual lowest part of the move, you're going to have like this right here, right? So you have a few different trends in here and different reasons of what they're representing and the way that they're working. So you simply broke down your ranges, held your higher range, broke trend. It's very straightforward. And it's hit its target on AFA. So, okay, so where's this thing going? Right now, it's trying to develop a break of its range. Obviously, it's gonna try to go up and ultimately go right here and try to create its ladder at $14 against something like this, which are already broke, back tested, and if it can get above this, that's really when you start to see it fly. Is there anything above this in terms of range work? There's a little bit. There's 15, 20. There's yeah, okay. So there's some other local ranges here. I don't think this thing is done moving up though. I think it's hit a target as of today. It's hit its target and it's still moving up. But this has definitely hit it's definitely attacked the range of its move on the weekly. So it's completed its cycle. So like it hit its weekly down here and it went after the weekly range right here on the move. So it's kind of hit its move to perfection. So it's done everything it's supposed to. It's completed its move. So now I think is when you look at a move like this and you say, okay, well, here's the range below, and it even maybe back attacks the deeper part of the range right here, but that's not where you'd be buying, but fine. This is fine, $1.95. You bought at $2.16. That's fine. If you're derivatives trading it, you're going after the deepest part of the level, which is here. So this is like your derivatives trade. This is like your margin or spot trade. So that's fine. Either one is fine here. And if you're executing this trade, you have two areas where you're selling. You're selling here, right? This range right here, which would have been that first part of the move, which even has different pseudo ranges in it. Like you've got this part of the range, you've got this, you've got this breaks, it goes after the next range. So you would have had 1 or 2 sell spots here. And right now it's not a trade you're taking right now. You may want to short this, but I don't know if the move is necessarily over. I think you would have shorted it at $12 flat and you'd be sitting here with a stop at like, I don't know, you may even try to short the higher part of the range right here, 12.37. But I think the $12 flat short was smart, and you're sitting here with a stop at like 12.02. So your risk is 0 and you're taking the right level. That's taken weeks to develop. So you simply completed the cycle of the move to the 2 ranges that you could have potentially went after. And it's gone after its kind of maximum range right now. And it has some more pushing it can do, but you're not there yet. You have to see how this range reacts. So I don't think there's anything to do on AFA right now. I think the buy is already gone. And I mean, you're pretty close to the short, but I'm of the mindset, like if it was at like here, okay, so this is how I work. It's at $11.84. You're like, oh man, $12 is so close. If it was at $11.98, I would be thinking of exiting the trade, not re-entering because it's close to my target. Once it hits it once and pulls back, if it's going to attack that range again a second and third time, I'm more looking to take an exit on small profits. And if it dumps after testing 2 or 3 times, oh well, then you just go to the next coin or the next stock or trade or whatever. But to take any risk and lose any money is a big negative for me. So I only enter trades where the potential that there is to make money. So the level's been hit perfectly. We know this to be true. Are we actually going to, did it hit $12 exactly? What was a high? 11.98. It's funny I said that, 11.98. So yeah, like 11.98. But the short is already there, right? Like the short is already hit and it's attacking its range still. So I would simply maybe just wait and see where it goes. Like I wouldn't be opening a short here. Rather, I'd be closing a long. What are the main same behavior? Oh, this is a cool question. Okay, I'm catching up to chat and then we're getting the hell off, guys, because my ear is killing me. What are the main same behavior difference successful traders that you've worked with? They have a hunger to be successful and they don't give up. That's the one common thing right off the top of my mind. I'm thinking about the most successful traders I have in my community, and they have a hunger that doesn't stop. And when they're wrong, they push past it. You guys are going to lose money in the markets. Everybody does. I do. You do. Everybody does. Sometimes losing money kills traders because they can't egotistically move past it. So the ones that I see who have the best success are the ones who can say, I've taken a trade, the loss is my fault, and I need to move on, because they just acknowledge it and they move on. That's the one thing that all the best traders I meet, they all have that in common. They take a loss, they swallow it, they say, okay, move on, time for the next one. Even I lose trades too. I lose money in trades sometimes. It happens. We all do, especially derivatives trading. Derivatives trading is tough stuff. That's 100x is like tough. There's points where you make mistakes, like move on, next trade, right? Like that's the common like success factor. What's the server? Didn't notice it any of your other YouTube movies. You have to join Patreon to get access to the Discord. There's a $25 tier, or you can join one of the higher ones. I've been at it for years and I've lost thousands, but have hoped the last year since I came across you. Yeah, man, you're in it now. You're in a good spot now. Experience is invaluable. I've trained people who've lost 7 figures in 1 year trading. So, do you believe in crypto fundamentally? I don't know. Blockchain, I believe in. Cryptocurrencies, learned a lot from you. Started in the summer, watched all the free stuff. I don't have the money to buy the butterfly effect yet. You'll get there, James. Rick Jans. I always see your name as Rick James. Mentally, for example. You'll get there, man. No, usually they're just going to be an hour. Today's kind of a special. Like, there's a lot of people show up for Q&A. So yeah, today's going to be special. I mean, when 95 has been just wanted to buy and sell within a week, it is just some other kind of gambling, or is there maybe stuff in which may be good for the whole world? I'm not sure if I understand that one, Gain Maker. 95% of the people just want to sell and buy within weeks. It is just some other kind of gambling. I mean, that sounds like gambling, yeah. When people are just buying and selling, use your TA. If you're not using technical analysis, in my opinion, it's just gambling. I mean, I think you should go watch the video on the 3 common mistakes day traders make, because in there I talk about this. They're like, what you have in your bank at the end of the day is what you should be like. You should have dollar. Like, day trading is making money every day. It's not holding assets for months on end. While you can have some strategies where you hold assets for months on end, day trading is kind of the important part about it. Is we're day trading, right within the word day trading. So not week trading, not month trading. We're day trading. Every day we should be making an income. So if your goal is to make $1,000 a day, then at $1,000 profit, you should just put it in your bank account and not be holding assets. It doesn't matter what these things do overnight. That's the difference. Like, oh, look at that. Nightbot's working. Nightbot decided to join the party. What's up, Nightbot? Let's try some commands. Are you going to work for us? Come on, Nightbot. Give us the goods. Somebody type in !rules. So Nightbot is here. He's joined the channel. This is good. There it is. Nightbot's working. Look at this. He just needed a little bit of time. Oh, man. Good to see you, Nightbot. Thanks for coming out. So I think this is where a lot of people, like, you can have investing strategies, but the difference between an investor and a day trader is an investor, somebody who holds assets for an unknown period of time where they just decide, okay, now is the right time. As to where a day trader is somebody who trades every day, makes an income every day, and just, it doesn't matter what this stuff does. Let's say AFRIA here, AFA, APHA, the coin we're looking at right now. Maybe we took a short and our target is simply just here. We just want to take a short to here and make our 10%. Good. If it does this at the end of the day, great. Maybe by in 2 days time, it dumped from here to here. I don't care. It doesn't matter. If this allowed me to make my $1,000 today, if this trade allowed me to make my $1,000 or 2,000 or 10,000, whatever I need to make every day, then I take it. I'm in the morning, out by the time my shift is done, or sometime later on in the afternoon, and that's it. I'm done. I don't care where it goes next, because then it's just like a new coin, a new coin, and a new set of profits next week. And as you grow and grow and grow, that 10,000 a day, maybe you need to make 50 grand a day, maybe you need to make 100 grand a day as you get bigger into hedges and firms. I am a stout believer that you do not hold assets. This is the difference between a day trader and an investor. You make your money every day that you set out to make, and you just wake up the next day, rinse, repeat. It's like working in a factory. You're just putting boxes on a conveyor belt every day. We're looking for the opportunities. We make the money. We're out. We're not investing for these big long-term spikes so we can buy houses. You buy your house, your multi-million-dollar house. You buy your multi-million-dollar house by making successful trades every single day and learning how to do this as a routine. Oh my God, my ears are gone. I got to get off. You guys keep typing. I can't get the hell out. Now Nightbot's here. It's getting real hype. You have to go and what are the blah, blah, blah. Morning show. I value all you have taught me. Words can't explain really. That's amazing, Salamander. Thank you so much, dude. My pay it forward, man. Just help the channel grow, show up, come in the streams, make money with us. Like, that's, yeah. I don't recommend just Bitcoin on spot trading, Sapphire. Just start easy and light. The 3 common mistakes was a great video. Yeah, I'm going to make a lot more content like that. That's all in Blueprint Gain Maker. So if you guys want that video, help me get to 50K subs, and I'll be putting the entire Blueprint series out to the world for free. Is there a way to properly identify hold levels? Yep, that's butterfly effect. One word on Fibonacci retracements. Oh God, you're really triggering me now. I was supposed to get off. Now you did the trigger statement. One word on Fib retracement, useless. I don't know if there's another word that describes it. I trade on different exchanges. I would recommend Binance, John. One word on Fib retracements. Oh boy. That's like calling a cat and not scratching its back. Man, that's the baitiest statement I've ever heard, if you know who I am. A final thought for this stream, one question to answer. Somebody asked me about like my thoughts on crypto, if I believe it. I think people are very rainbow in their eyes when it comes to crypto. I think everybody's mentally jumped on the Bitcoin bandwagon, but I don't think Bitcoin will ever have mainstream adoption. I've said it, I put it out there. This is my stance on it. I don't think Bitcoin's ever going to have mainstream adoption like people think it will. I don't think it's going to replace banks. I don't think it's going to be this hidden asset. I love blockchain. I love cryptocurrency. I love what it's doing for our world and the technology brings. I love digital ledgers. I love the speed. I love helping third world countries who don't have the banking institutions. I love the reduction of the carbon footprint. I love the logistics of it. I love everything there is about blockchain, but I don't think Bitcoin will ever have the mass adoption people think it's going to. So I think blockchain and all these things that the technology represents, I think are fantastic. A third world country has a bank. In order to build a bank, you have to hire construction workers. You have to use concrete. There's a big carbon footprint. You have to hire employees. You have to charge people for this. So banks have to have fees. This is a fantastic solution to avoid all of this unnecessary bloat in our world. And going forward, what are we going to do in like 200 years? We're going to start colonizing different planets and we're going to start building big concrete structures there? No, everything's going to be done digitally and there's not going to be this big carbon footprint. So is this our future? Yes, it's our future. Do I think Bitcoin is going to be the currency for that? No. I don't. There's no world where something as transparent as Bitcoin can ever be something that's used going forward. Just from a government standpoint, if Bitcoin got too valuable, the U.S. secretary, like the Secretary of Treasury, would just say, "Well, it's threatening our economy because no longer is a USD needed. It's a national security threat." All of a sudden, Bitcoin would just drop to like $5,000. So the moment that it starts to become something worth putting on a map, governments will shut it down. Banks will shut it down and governments will shut it down. And people can't subdue that because if the currency isn't allowed to be used in your country, guess what? The bank holds your mortgage. If all of a sudden you're trading Bitcoin, well, we're closing your accounts. How do I pay for my mortgage if you won't take my money? Not my problem. Sorry. And then they just seize your mortgages, right? And so I don't think Bitcoin can ever be this, a haven savior as people see it. I think the technology is what the real value is and not. Bitcoin is too invisible to ever be used. People need to pay taxes. Like this is not something paying taxes is, and I've said this in my to like my private audience of people see paying taxes. Like one of the big allures to Bitcoin is, oh, it's invisible. I don't have to pay taxes on it. This is like maybe not what Bitcoin represents, but this is what people think. And this is what is a big allure to Bitcoin. If you go and you want to buy a $200,000 supercar and you own that asset, the bank is going to say, hey, where did you get the money for this? Oh, it doesn't matter, Mr. Bank. I just have the money. It doesn't work like that. Oh, you bought this supercar? I'd like to see where the money came from. Oh, I bought it in Bitcoin. Oh, you didn't pay tax on that? Guess who's going to jail and guess who's taking all your money? We are, and you are. So paying taxes is a good thing. If you don't pay, if you're successful in life and you make money, you have to pay taxes. If you don't pay taxes, you can't own nice houses, you can't own nice cars. So what's the point of money? Bitcoin to me might as well be as valuable as Pokemon trading cards. And Pokemon trading cards are valuable. They're items of barter, right? Like Pokemon trading cards. There's some valuable ones out there, but that doesn't mean they're going to replace currency, right? So this is the way I see Bitcoin, is that it's a good barter tool. People use it to barter value, but the same thing goes as Bitcoin, right? As Pokemon cards. They have a value of what people put on it. I don't think you're ever going to see Bitcoin adopted by banks. I think it'll become a national security threat before that, and that's my rant and take on Bitcoin. I don't think it's realistic to think that Bitcoin can take over the industry. That is not a realistic thought. Bitcoin is not. How can it? Wouldn't like the U.S. bank, wouldn't the Treasury just say, Oh, too much Bitcoin is being used. It's devaluing the US dollar. Oh, it's a national security threat. Well, actually, technically is. It's not a fluff. It actually would be a national security threat because it's devaluing economies all over the world. So if Bitcoin becomes too valuable, banks will just shut it down. Governments will shut it down. It is not going to replace our currency. That's my take on Bitcoin. Do I love the technology? Yes. I think it's just too much in its infancy. And if Bitcoin is going to get adopted, I think it's got a long way to go. So I don't think it's out of the books yet, but I think that Bitcoin is just not there like people think about it. People see Bitcoin ramping up to 40K. Bitcoin is just a barter good, just like Pokemon cards. Foil Bulbasaur or whatever the hell cards are worth 10 and 20, or Charmander or whatever is worth 50 grand a card or $150,000 cards. It's the value people put on it. It doesn't, that's not always going to be there, right? It may go up, it may go down, but it doesn't mean you can use it as currency. You can't take a Pokemon card to your bank and say, I want to pay for my mortgage with this. No, go sell it on eBay and pay your capital gain taxes. Go convert your Pokemon cards to US dollars, or go convert your Bitcoin to US dollars, go pay your taxes on it. So it can never be this tool of replacement for currency that people think. So that's my take on it. Again, I'm a chart scientist. I am not a fundamentalist, but as somebody who knows a lot about this game and taxes and the way that what makes the world turn with Bitcoin is big funds. Big funds know this. Big funds are like, okay, you can pay taxes on it and big funds will do that, but it can't work for the normal person. So I don't see it. So that's kind of my 2 cents on it. What about the mining BTC? Yeah, man, it's cool. Like, mine away. When can you expect butterfly effect videos? Never. Go sign up to Patreon if you want butterfly effect, or go buy the course. Yeah, I think if people are using it to barter goods and value, that's great. Go, country like Venezuela. You said Venezuela or Pakistan. Go mine BTC, take that BTC and buy groceries and pay rent with it, as long as the 10, this is whatever people are willing to accept. If a grocery store is willing to accept BTC, great, let them accept BTC. But don't confuse that with banks and taxes, because banks and taxes are completely different than being able to spend. Being able to spend BTC is just whoever will accept it. My neighbor will accept BTC and I can go and have him make me a sandwich for lunch for BTC. That doesn't mean a bank is going to allow me to use that as debited goods, right? Like, or what I should say is taxable assets, right? So, I think that's a big wake up call for a lot of people, is realizing like, hey, if I made a lot of money in Bitcoin, so this is the problem. Like, go make 500K in Bitcoin first and see how easy it is to use that money. Then you'll understand the tax implications of it, because it's not there like people think it is. I'm going to release a segment of butterfly effect. The segment of butterfly effect only goes to those who sign up on Patreon. Thanks, Adij. Adiji. I can't say your name, man. Adeji? Thanks, Adeji. I think I said that right. I hope I didn't butcher. Okay, this is what I'm doing today. Now I'm getting off the stream. I'm going to set up this guy right here. I bought this also for the stream as well, because I do have some Wi-Fi stuff I want to implement, and the Wi-Fi in my house is like terrible. So I got myself a nice little Wi-Fi 6 / Zigbee signal repeater. So I'm anxious to set that up, and yeah, it's going to be really cool. I have a really big house, so it's kind of hard. I have like really weak signal here. So, all right, everyone, that's it. Let's see if our buttons work once again. We're going to cycle through this, make sure they're still working after a long kind of hour-long on one scene. Again, technical test setup, transitions, still working. We've got a thumbs up there. Let's see the be right back screen. Be right back screen is working good. Coffee break screen and the goodbye screen. And I have 4 or 5 more scenes to add as I'm starting to trade into Forex and stuff like that. And thanks for watching. See you guys on Monday. And I hope you all enjoyed the first stream. I'm sorry it was a setup stream, but nevertheless, we had fun and we talked about some cool stuff. So yeah, okay. Adios.